Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Danita and I do mostly Disney unboxings with some fashion and some craft and fun, just whatever makes me happy on that day, and hopefully it makes you happy too. Today is a little bit different because today I was tagged in the Disney YouTubers tag. This tag has been going around for a while. And it's just a kind of get to know you tag for different YouTubers. And I was tagged by Twinkling Beauty. When I started my channel, Twinkling Beauty was the first person that I connected with. So I think it's really cool that she was the first tag I've ever gotten. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and let's get to know me. So the first question is, when did you start your YouTube channel? Well, I'm pretty new. I've been around about 2 months. I think around the 28th of July was when I put up my first video. When did your love of Disney start? Oh my gosh. So I grew up in Florida. I am from a small town close to Florida, Winter Haven, where Cypress Gardens is. And I grew up in Florida. I went to Disney all the time. My first birthday was at the Polynesian Resort. My parents took me to the hotels, and then when my mom remarried, my mom and stepdad took me to the campground all the time. Went to the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts did camping there. I've been going my whole life. I don't think there was a start to my love of Disney. I think my love of Disney has just always been. It's just part of who I am. What inspired you to start sharing your love of Disney on YouTube? So this one's a little bit more complicated. So with my boys graduating this year, I have started maybe a life change. Dennis and I got married 2 years ago. Up until then, I had been a single mom for about 10 years. And for those 10 years, I worked all the time. I was taking care of 5 kids by myself, sometimes more because we had some foster kids in there as well. So I was taking care of kids. I was working 2 or 3 jobs. My ex-husband was military, and so he wasn't around a whole lot. So I was mom and dad. So for those 10 years, we didn't have money to buy Disney things, and I didn't do Disney. The boys haven't been to Disney for 13 years because our life didn't allow for it. So when Dennis and I got married and his green card came through and he was able to start working, I started doing things that I love again. And one of the things that I love is Disney. I started my collections back up, collections that in years past I had to sell things off to survive. I mean, we weren't poor. I worked hard for everything we had, but sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes, you know, your football player son needs new shoes for practice, or your daughter needs a yearbook or a prom dress, and those things come before your collections. So when I got back into it, I'm up here in Tennessee now. There was nobody around that loves Disney the way that I do. So I got addicted to YouTube and was watching all of the unboxings. I was like, I want to do this. I want to be a part of this community. This is what I need in my life. So I started the channel. I started it to meet people. I started it to connect with other people who love the things that I love. This gets kind of deep, doesn't it? What are your favorite Disney topics, i.e. Disney films, parks, collector items? All of them? I'm a planner. That's what I do for a living. I am an event planner. So I do the same with my travel. I love to talk about the parks, and I love to plan out everything we're gonna wear, everything we're gonna ride. And I'm a collector. I love to collect things. I've collected things my entire life. I don't think I can answer that because Disney is my favorite topic. If you could meet one Disney YouTuber, who would it be? This is the hardest one. I'm gonna start with Twinkling Beauty, Susan, because like I said, she is the first person who she reached out to me and we kind of connected. And, you know, we have plans to run away to Disneyland one day. I've never been to Disneyland, California. I've been to Disneyland Paris, but not California. So we have plans to run away there one day, and I think that would be fantastic. But there's a lot of YouTubers I love, a lot of couples. I love the Game Boys and the Leffersons. I would love to meet them. I think Jessie Cherry would be so much fun. Kat from Perfectly Kat and Christy from Christy's Corner. I really feel like I would have a ton of fun with them. The Sassy Cinderella, oh my gosh. I want to get with her just to learn how she does her intros. Oh, Karen. Oh my gosh. You know, I loved living in England and Karen's USA Adventures. And the twins, Mitzi and Melissa. Pure Southern charm there. I would love to meet all of these people. I'm sure that I've left out dozens and dozens. I can't. So what else do I have? What do your loved ones think of your love of Disney? So most of them kind of share, not to the same degree that I do, but my boys chose Disney for their senior trip. My husband and his family would come over to Disney every year. They don't do Disney how we do Disney, but he loves Disney. And secretly, I think he loves the movies more than me, because I've said it before, but he watched Moana like 20 times while he was unable to work, while he was waiting on his green card. Mostly, I think my family's just happy that I have kind of found myself again, that I'm able to be happy and have fun again. So they're very, very, very supportive. What is your earliest Disney memory? Again, since I've been going my whole life, it's hard. I remember little things. I remember my family was really involved with the orange industry, so Orange Bird was a big thing. I remember seeing Orange Bird, and I think we weren't even there for fun that day. I think my first real memory was at the Polynesian with the Girl Scouts. I remember when they had the fountain in the lobby, which I understand isn't there anymore, but the fountain in the lobby, and swimming in the pool. I loved swimming in that pool and going up under the waterfall and down the slide. And I think that's my earliest memory, and I was probably 6 or 7. That's my earliest clear memory. Who is your favorite Disney villain, Disney princess, and overall Disney character? Disney villain? It's between the evil queen and Mother Gothel, who I think are the same person. I know that a lot of people have kind of speculated that they're the same person. I think it makes sense. I'm going to go with that. My favorite princess is Rapunzel. Rapunzel is so strong. She has been locked up, hidden away. She's got to have anxiety. I suffer from really bad anxiety, so she has to have anxiety. But yet, you know, when the time comes, she sticks to what she wants. She sticks to her dreams. She doesn't let the smolder of a passing fancy get to her. She's loyal. She's good. She tries to be a good daughter, but she also tries to be true to herself. And I have found over the last few years, as my family has changed, that I've had to find that in myself, and I love Rapunzel. Overall character, Elliot and Figment. Figment for a park character, Elliot for a character. What Disney character do you think you relate to the most? I'm sticking with Rapunzel. I mean, I just feel like I've been locked in a tower for the last 10 years, and now I'm chasing my dreams, and things aren't going to stand in my way. Do you share your love of Disney outside of the YouTube community? Oh my gosh, yes. And I feel so sorry for the people I work with, because that's what I talk about the most. One of my really good friends, Wade, we have it set up for him to go with us when he graduates. He's working on his he's going to go for his master's. And we are going to go to Tokyo Disney as his graduation present. Everybody at work, Sonia, my boss, everybody at work has to hear about it all the time. So yes, Disney is pretty high on my things I talk about. How has the overall experience of being a Disney YouTuber been this far? I love it. I love it. I mean, I put a camera on myself, which is hard because I don't have this fantastic self-confidence. I have trouble sometimes talking in front of people. So I feel like this has helped me to grow. But I put a camera on myself and open things. And then people like what I've opened. People like the things that I was going to buy anyways. It's like my dream. What are your other passions outside of Disney and YouTube? So I mention it every once in a while, but I am crazy passionate about improving my footprint in the environment. We are very careful in our house, and it's hard to be an unboxer. It's hard to be a shopper and take care of the environment at the same time. But we go out of our way to find ways to reduce our usage of plastic and single-use items in our house. We don't use single-use straws. We use metal ones with silicone tips. We don't use throwaway cups. We carry our cups to restaurants, fast food restaurants, everything. We use bar shampoos and bar soaps so that we don't have the plastic bottles. We use reusable bags for shopping. Bulk food, we buy a lot of our food in bulk. We carry mason jars in and buy them in bulk. So then when packaging stuff comes in, I reuse it when I send it out. So everything that does come in gets its longest life with me. I love turtles. I love the sea. I want to be able to go to those places and not be swimming in trash. So that is a huge thing for me. And I am struggling sometimes with balancing the two, but there is a balance there. You can like things, you can own things. You don't have to give up everything to do your best. We don't need a million perfect people. We need a million people doing one thing perfectly. So pick one thing that matters to you, one thing that you can do, that you can give up, and do it all the time. Whether it's a straw or a cup or a grocery bag, pick one. Soapbox done. It asked me to. What is your biggest dream for your channel? My biggest dream for my channel is to be part of the community. They did the pin trading event, and you saw all these YouTubers getting together and enjoying the parks and dinner. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be part of them. I wanted to walk up to this group of YouTubers and they know who I am and they want to hang out with me too. These are my people. These are the people who think the way that I do, at least about Disney. And that's my dream. My dream is to be part of it all. So I think that's all the questions. Yes, that's all the questions. Probably more than you actually ever wanted to know about me. So I'm supposed to tag some people, but this has been around for a while, and the few YouTubers that I've actually met so far have already been tagged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag my YouTuber community. I'm part of a Facebook group for Disney YouTubers where we share content and we share ideas, and they help with things like editing and cameras and all that type of thing. So I am going to challenge or tag my Disney YouTube group. Anybody in that group who hasn't already done this, let's get on camera and tell why you do what you do. And until next time, have an absolutely fabulous day. Sorry the lights are bad now. Just a quick add on here. I just found out Perfectly Cat has not done the YouTuber challenge, so I challenge you.